New type of questions for listening part. Point number 1. Mixed of language. Over time, the TOEIC test has changed its composition related with language. In the past, the test used to contain formal language, and that was an advantage for those who had learned English in the university, high school. However, that was a conflict aspect for the ones that had learned it in an informal context. For that reason, the test meets both informal and formal language currently. This just to provide a complete landscape of the test and challenge the taker to acquire an integral language to have the capacity to move whether in informal contexts or formal ones. Point number 2. New question types. New question types testing the connection of what is heard in a conversation or talk and what is seen in the graphic. New questions types testing a speaker's implied meaning in the context of a conversation or talk. As it was mentioned above, the TOEIC test has changed over time and new kinds of questions has emerged. Questions with objective purpose and more critical thinking. Point number 3. Question with graphs. This kind of question has considered the most difficult section due to the need to be answered by inference. But that's not all. You also need to pay attention carefully because you will have to memorize certain details. You have to listen to the talk, but also watch the graphs at the same time to identify the key elements that you are looking for. Undoubtedly, this will be hard for those who have weak skills in listening. So that is why you need to prepare as much as you can before taking this test. As the use of language evolves and change, reflect current language use and measure the language skill of test takers need to when they are placed or preparing for position in real world. What you need to know. A reduced number of photographs and question response, an increased number of conversation questions, conversations that include shorter terms and more exchanges, more than two speakers in some conversations that include elisions, going to, gonna, an incomplete sentence, fragments, yes, in a minute, down the hall, could you, new question type testing the connection of what is heard in the conversation or talked and what is seen in the graphic. New question types testing of speaker implied meaning in the context or a conversation or talked. With these updates, the overall quality and difficulty of TOEIC listening and reading test will remain the same. There will not change in the administration of the test. The score report will remain unchanged with the exception of the additional listening ability measured, understanding a speaker's purpose or implied meaning in a phrase or sentence. Score will continue to be comparable across the administration. That's all for this video. See you next time.